Believing in someone takes time. Believing in your ability to deliver what you say you can deliver takes time. And if I talk from the perspective of family, women have to trust the men they are married to. Children have to trust their parents. Even working with people, you have to trust your boss, that you say, if you give me a job description and I do that work, at the end of the month, I trust you to pay my wages. If I give you a job, I trust you to do that job. So it's by showing yourself reliable, by showing yourself, that you can go from one point A, promise, to point B, that people can trust you. So why are people struggling in silence?
The character is an essential part of leadership.
Yeah.
We have decided to collaborate with our manufacturer, God Almighty, who co-creates with him, to co-create with him to help us with our relevant raw materials to mold and shape true leaders who will identify their purpose and function in them. Today, we have on our show our mother. Bridget Ellison is a master family life mentor and coach with amazing results in assisting people find clarity and building family systems that create bliss. Over the years, Bridget has to have come out of the continent of Africa, only export what has worked at home. That's so deep. Hence, her passion in helping families live out their truth before teaching it. She is a confidant to a number of high net worth individuals, and her maturity at resolving complex family life issues. If you need a heart you can trust, then find Bridget. She is a master's practitioner of neuro-linguistic programming, a John C. Maxwell certified coach, trainer, and viewers. We have our guests in the house. Let's welcome Bridget.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for the introduction. Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you, thank you, sir. God bless you. Real good.
Why we struggle in silence.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so because the internet is not so, how do I say it now? It's not helping us. Let me put it that way. But because you've discussed this with me to say this is what we are talking about, I would just want to talk about what trust means. As my husband will always tell our children, is trust is earned, because the dictionary meaning will tell you is the firm belief in you being truthful, or the ability of somebody, to be reliable, so to speak. So somebody can trust your words. You trusted the fact that I will be on this call with you. You trust that whatever I'm going to say will be something that will bless your listeners. So it was your trust first in my husband that has been your character coach, and is still your character coach, that made you say, okay, I can trust this woman to talk on this topic. So you believed in me being reliable, and showing up when I said I will. So if I prove otherwise, next time you say, no, don't go near this woman. She's not to be trusted. So because I showed up today, I have earned your trust to an extent. Okay? So trust is earned. And we must understand one thing, that believing in someone takes time. Believing in your ability to deliver what you say you can deliver takes time. And if I talk from the perspective of family, women have to trust the men they are married to. Children have to trust their parents. Even working with people, you have to trust your boss, that you say, if you give me a job description and I do that work, at the end of the month, I trust you to pay my wages. If I give you a job, I trust you to do that job. So it's by showing yourself reliable, by showing yourself, that you can go from one point A, promise, to point B, that people can trust you. So why are people struggling in silence over this trust issue? The fact remains that a lot of people, I talk to families, and I tell people this. Growing up with my children, right now we have our third child is a boy. We have 2 girls and a boy. He will be 13 this year. And recently I was having a conversation with one of our daughters, our second daughter, and she was saying, my younger sister promised, told her to go get her things. I think she wanted to go out, took her first daughter out and told her to go wear, put on her slippers. And before she came out, my sister and her elder sister, they had gone. Believe you me, she's still saying, oh, I will get them back. And 2, is still something in her head to say they are not to be trusted. So if they tell her next time, go in and maybe put on a better cloth or something, she'll say, no, I'm going the way I am, because they showed her a path that they are not to be trusted with their words. And that's what we do to children. Sometimes we think, oh, they're just children, they don't know. And you tell a child, go wear your shoes, I'm going out, oh, I'm coming. Go wear your shoes, we'll go out together, and you run away because you don't want the child to go with you. It's better you tell the child, I can't take you now, I'll take you some other time, and look for something else for the child. Okay, do this game or do XYZ. When I come back, I will play this game with you. Instead of saying, oh, I'm coming, or just go this way, and then you run the other way. No. So when people cannot trust your words, they can't trust your action, it becomes an anchor for them to struggle in silence, because not everybody has the temperament to call you out, to say, I'm talking to you. So that's where character comes in. Character is who you are when no one is watching. And then you talk about the temperament of people in terms of where they're coming from, the environment they're coming from. And so people struggle in silence because of what they've been through. Struggle in silence because of where they're coming from. If you have, like a home where at the end of the day, people, how do I put it now? Where people believe in telling lies to children because they feel they don't understand what is happening. It's better you tell them, oh, you can't understand what I'm saying now, and you tell them the bits that they can process, than thinking that, oh, they are too young to process things. Our children are smart. You have to come to their level. You have to explain. So when it comes to trust, it's the same thing. The more you are reliable, the more you are honest, the more you are truthful, the more you exhibit those right character traits, the more you can be trustworthy, the more you can be trusted. And people struggle when they cannot align who you are and what you say you are to your actions. They can't align it. And so when they have the temperament that can't call you out, they will take it in and struggle in silence. So imagine somebody that is with a boss that will say, I will pay you XYZ at the end of the month. And that same boss is a speaker, and 2 months you've not been paid, and goes up to speak and says, oh, I always pay my workers at the end of the month. I do this, I do that. And the person is looking like, is this person the same person that is not paying at the end of the month? They can't understand, because what you are showing them and what you are doing are 2 different things. So if the person has the temperament of being a quiet person, you will push that person to himself, because the person cannot understand why you are not who you say you are, why you don't take the actions that you say you take. So it becomes a problem. So there's so many reasons why people struggle in silence, but it still boils down to you not being trustworthy, you not having the character to be trustworthy, and the person not being able to call you out on those character flaws that he or she sees in you. And it could be a marriage, it could be a co-worker, it could be sibling to sibling, it could be friends. So it depends on who you're dealing with. So people struggle when they can't relate who you are, what you say you are, and what you do. So that's what I have to say on this matter, sir.
This is so amazing. With these few minutes, the things that were released were loaded. They were so much loaded. The things released now were so loaded. I know Mr. Ellison is watching, and I just want to say that Africa is blessed. Africa is really blessed. With people like you in the helms of affairs, I think the world will be a better place to be. And with the issue of the trust and why we struggle in silence, how do we build this trust in the home? Just like you elaborated already. But when it comes to teens among the teens, there are some petty things that they struggle with, and they find difficult to trust people they revere, or to confine in, to trust. So how do we build that actually to help them?
Okay, to build trust, it's not as easy as we'll say it, but what is key is being open and knowing that every person's opinion counts. So even if you have a 2-year-old child, it starts with letting the child know that you can relate with him or her openly. They can have conversations with you. They can come to you. You can be trusted to keep their confidence. As in, when they come and they confide in you, you can keep whatever they're telling you. So it starts with how you are open with your family members, how you can tell your family members anything. There are things that my husband can tell me because he knows I can handle those things. There are people based on temperament that they'll say, oh, if I tell my wife this thing, if I tell her how I'm feeling, oh, this will kill her. This will make her think of me less of a man. This will make her, so people, they're coming from somewhere. And if you're coming from a background that is distrusting, so to speak, maybe your father was never there. If he tells you good morning, you have to check the sun to make sure it is really good, is morning. So there are people coming from strange environments. And so when you now see somebody that is telling you the truth, you doubt the person. You doubt the person. So it has to be from the get-go, and it is earned. So with our children, I asked them some questions yesterday to say, do you think we trust you? Do you think, because we have 2 teenagers and a twin, as in he's soon to be a teenager. He'll be 13 soon, he's 12 plus. And he said, yeah, we think so. Okay, but daddy, is not as if he doesn't trust us, but there's the way he questions us. So people have a way of questioning that people will think you don't trust me, that's why you are questioning. No, but it's them seeking clarity and seeking to understand. So people's temperament differs. I have a trusting temperament where when you tell me anything, I believe you until you prove otherwise. So when you show me, when you tell me, when you do things, it takes time for me to say, you are not to be trusted. Because I would like to give people that, benefit of doubt to say, oh, maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he did this. So I'm quick to give excuses for people. But some other temperaments are not like that. And with those temperaments, you have to prove yourself over and over again. And so trust must be earned Personally, I don't go through my children's phone to say because I'm their mother, I go through, but we've made growing up with them so easy that they can talk to us easily. They can assess us and ask questions. They can talk and call us out, even if we are exhibiting strange behaviors, to say, oh, this is not how daddy should behave. My son can say, oh, daddy, you said do this and you are doing this. Why are you doing that? And we will not say, shut up, who is your mate here that you are talking anyhow? We don't do that because that is how it starts. If you want to be trusted, you must first show yourself trustworthy. Is in your words, is in your thoughts, is in your action. So when you are with teenagers, show them you trust them by being open, by having conversations. As a family, we have dinner together. Our children are grown enough to make their breakfast or make their lunch, but we have one meal at least per day. Before, it was not so regular, but now with the lockdown, we made it a practice. It became a family goal, became a family tradition. And so we made it in such a way that dinner time, we sit down and we eat together. So it becomes an avenue for conversation. And so we keep up with each other. Okay, how was your day? What are you doing? What are you up to? And then as a family, we also do like a review of our week. How was your week? Then we have time to pray together. And we also say, okay, what your testimony, your prayer points. As they're talking, we are picking things. Okay, what happened? What do you need? So it's helping us connect. He's helping us talk. He's helping us build trust. And so not snooping and checking their things, because there are children that if they tell you I'm going to the next street, be sure that they won't go to that street. So as a father, what are you exhibiting? If you tell your children don't do this, are you doing the same thing and giving yourself a different standard to say you're an adult? No. If you want to teach a value, you practice it. Children watch what you say, what you do more than what you say. So for us, the easiest way to teach our children trust is to model trust. Daddy can be trusted with his words. So when they were growing up, if we say, I will spank you, we don't delay, we spank. If we say you are going to be punished, we don't delay. You know, some parents will say, I will beat you, and they won't beat the child, and the child will be waiting for the beating. And then after some time, when they get used to that, they say, she's just playing, she won't do anything. I will break this thing and she won't do anything, because that's your style. Your words cannot be trusted. So you need to mean what you say, and don't joke with words. Don't joke with your actions. Model trust so that you too can be trusted. Model it. Okay, so I think that's really it. So you can help your teenagers to be comfortable with you. You can show them that you trust them, and you can keep reviewing. When you talk, you have conversations. It will help them feel free to talk to you about anything, and you can trust them to take decisions. When you overparent and you don't let children take decisions, then trust will become an issue. You don't trust them to do their own work when they are meant to do it. You don't trust them to sleep. You don't trust them not to play video game when they are meant to be studying. So that becomes a problem. You need to grow and trust them, and then set consequences. When they breach trust, what will be the consequence? Let them set it themselves. Don't set it for them to say, oh, you will not eat today. We don't do punishment of food in my house. Food is not something you punish a child with. So whatever they like, let them set the consequence themselves.
Thank you, Mommy. We are so grateful for your time. And I know you have so much doing.
A lot.
But I know it's a journey. Yeah, a lot. It's a journey we are on, and I know our listeners have been blessed. Actually, I'll be coming back to listen over and over again. I'm going to make good use of this show today and even for the rest of my life. Thank you. These are great
nuggets. You, sir. Thank you.
Listeners,
thank you,
viewers. Yeah, we have been blessed by our mother, Bridget Ellison. She's a life coach. She has a whole lot of things to give to Africa and the world. If you need him, you get through me and I'll get her for you.
Mm. Thank you, sir.
Thank you once again. Welcome to
Thank you. I
Character
honor you.
Factory.
Thank you.